Here we are, baby.
Tory! Woo!
Let's go ahead and clap it up really quick.
Another Hawkeye win. Another Hawkeye win. And that is a big time win, baby. Woo!
Oh no.
Okay,
We good?
We're good.
Okay. Hot start to episode whatever the
You're not
hell.
live. Ready to rock and roll on that Friday morning when this comes out. I don't know what you're doing. Let's go. Episode 8. Right?
Yeah. Episode 8. What? Who cares if it is or isn't? Not like anybody cares. But we're here. We're back. Another Hawkeye win, as far as I'm concerned. Another Hawkeye win, and it was a massive one. Massive one for the program. Hawks currently control the Big Ten West, which I'll be honest makes me a little nervous, but you know, I'll touch on that when we get to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fucking. All right, an early F-bomb. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Grandma. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right down to business, huh? What do you say?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we are. First things first.
Take that.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
A little closer.
Trying to show him my shirt. Punting is winning. Punting is winning. Tory Taylor, number 9. I want to give a quick shout out to Lane Fearfile for giving me this shirt. So that's big time for the podcast. Everyone clap it up for Lane Fearfile. Just a
Hell of a job. It's a selfless move to go ahead and give that shirt to the
It's big time. It's big time.
Selfless move.
But here we are. Hawks win against Wisconsin. Wow. Just wow.
Right. It doesn't get more Iowa football than that game right there. It doesn't.
When your quarterback has 37 yards passing and you win.
Damn near by double digits. By 2 possessions.
What? I don't
It's crazy.
I don't know how we did it, but we did it.
It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. But anyone who's watched the Hawks this year or the past couple or in recent history knows that the Hawks love to show up. They love to play D and they love to play good special teams. They want to get their dogs on the field
at all times.
They want to get their Heisman candidate Tory Taylor on the field at all times. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get right into the stats because I mean there's some impressive ones. There's some very underwhelming ones. We all know what that is. Some good things, some bad things that happened on Saturday. Let's go ahead and get right into
Here
it.
we go.
Mr. Deacon Hill, the Hoss of Toss, the round mound of check down, the Big Ten. I really like that one. We got to sling the rock better if you want it to stick, but I like it. Anyways, 6 of 14 passing, 37 yards.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Woo!
Woo! I'll tell you one thing he did, though. He didn't turn the ball over.
And that's what matters, folks.
He did not turn the ball over. No picks. So, I mean, obviously we we want that efficiency to get up, maybe even a couple of yards. I wouldn't mind that at all. But
No.
we'll swing it on over to the workhorses of the game, the running backs. We'll go ahead and talk about the running backs. You got LaShawn Williams, dog. 25 carries, 174 yards, and a touchdown, including what I would like to call a game-sealing second quarter touchdown. Has anyone ever
that game was over, like, once he broke that loose, I was like, all right, ball game.
82-yard touchdown? I was like, it's over. This game's over. Start the buses. Even though they're in their hometown, start the buses. 82-yard touchdown. I didn't get to see it live because I was at a wedding, which stunk. that I didn't get to see it. No. Oh. Let me correct it. The wedding did not stink. The fact that I missed the touchdown stunk.
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean and Elisa. Ooh, I hope your name's Sean. I gotta double check. Yeah, Sean. Shout out to Sean and Alicia. Great time. Fun time, good people. Anyways, back to the Hawkeyes. Caleb Johnson, 17 for 35. Which isn't insane by any means, but judging from the fact that we ran the ball almost every play.
Every play. And here's the thing. The Badgers.
Go ahead.
The Badgers threw it 50 times. 50 times.
I wanted to talk about that.
They had so many plays on offense, it's ridiculous. They had 50 pass attempts and 28 rushes. That's a lot of offense for the Badgers, and they only put up 6 points.
They put up. That's a lot of offense for 6 points. That and they threw the ball 50 times and had 228 yards to show for it and a pick and a pick and no touchdowns.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, that's some Hawkeye defense right there, if you ask me. That's some Hawkeye defense if I've ever seen it. Jay Higgins leading tackler, 7 tackles, 6 assists. But I think you got to give the nod to the young man Sebastian Castro. We've been talking about this cat for a while. Clap it up for Sebastian Castro.
That man gets no respect. Sebastian Castro is him. He's him. On that 4th and 1, when he came flying down flying into the hole.
Dropped a deuce on Braylon.
Straight up, just murdered him. I was pumped. I thought we stopped him there, but yeah, he fumbled even. God, he smoked him. I was so pumped. Woo! Sebastian Castro, baby.
We've been so big on Sebastian Castro since before the season started. He's been our guy.
Guy.
We love that dude. We love Sebastian Castro.
Gosh.
Sebastian, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on.
Yeah, absolutely. And he had 7 tackles to show for
and
it.
he had 7 tackles, believe it or not, in the game-sealing pick. Even though the game was already sold in the second quarter, 82-yard touchdown show.
It was sold before the game over.
Oh,
it was sold before the game even started.
Storted.
Sorry, we're getting into a little bit of hockey.
What?
We even get into some hockey, so we're...
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Speaking of which, Blackhawks tonight, 9:30.
Yeah.
Puck drop, 9:30. Go Blackhawks. Go Mavs.
Believe we should receive a little bit of credit for the minus 10.5 for Wisconsin. I told everybody they're not even going to score 10 points.
Yeah, I mean, we said this game was going to fly under. What was the over-under? 33? 33.5 or something like that? Flew under with flying covers. With
33.5, and there was 21 points scored.
Oh, we had room to work.
We had 2 scores. Right?
What?
Almost 2 scores. 2 touchdowns.
You had 2 possessions. Yeah. Almost 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it. I loved every second of that game.
Just, Jay Higgins doing his thing as always. Can't forget about Jay Higgins. Is he still leading the nation in tackles?
I don't know. Jay Higgins, you're still my favorite player of all time. Favorite Hawkeye of all time, Jay Higgins. And I'm standing by it. I'll have a Jay Higgins jersey by the time the season's over.
I need myself a Desmond King jersey. Desmond King's my guy.
Let's get you. I'll buy you one for Christmas.
What are you, Tory Taylor?
Ooh, Tory. Yeah. I mean, I just lost what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, Hawks win, and they had an 82-yard run. Is that like the longest play in
Hawkeye history?
years?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I actually couldn't believe he broke it loose. I was like,
Against Wisconsin.
At Wisconsin. I'm so pleased with the Hawkeyes, though. We walked in to Wisconsin and just shafted them, and gashed them for 4 quarters.
Yeah, for 4 quarters they pushed him around. There was a little stint, I believe, is the third quarter where the Badgers had a little bit of life on offense, but it was shut down extremely quickly.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing. I've never been so happy to see 15 points scored in an Iowa game. I would also like to give a gigantic shout-out to the offensive line. How about that? Wisconsin
worked them up front.
Wisconsin knew the Hawks weren't going to run the ball because they weren't running the ball, and they weren't throwing it particularly well, and yet they still managed to be efficient. I got a lot to be happy about after this week.
Seriously?
You don't say that much after 15-6.
Here's my thing.
Don't think too hard.
Okay, so Ohio State beats Penn State. And then Michigan beats Ohio State, and then Penn State beats Michigan. And then we win the Big Ten title game. We're going to the playoff. Do you realize that? If it all works out, we're going to the playoff. We're playoff contenders in my eyes. We are, with the worst offense in college football. We're playoff contenders.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
We're playoff contenders, dude.
I mean,
we are.
If they didn't get fucking 31 zipped by Penn State, you could make maybe even make an argument. But I think even if they go all the way to Indy and win it,
Yeah.
I don't think they're making the playoff.
Maybe.
Whoever is on the playoff committee won't let that happen, even though it'd be must-see TV to watch the Hawks in the playoffs, at least in the state of Iowa.
I think we give Georgia a run for their money.
You think?
I think we would control the game, as always. Keep them like maybe under 3 scores.
Who are we kidding? Got body bagged by Penn State.
But yeah, in the next week, let's get it.
But no, I'm not there yet. Leading receiver of the game, Eric All 2 catches for 19 yards. That's the leading receiver.
And he was out in the first quarter.
I wanted to touch on that a little bit. If you would have told me after 7 weeks the Hawks would be 7-1, and for the whole time, part of the time, beginning or towards the end, the Hawks didn't have QB1, tight end 1, 2, or 3, running back 1 or 2, Caleb Brown for last week, or the week prior, sorry. Nick DeJean, offensive lineman, here and
Caleb
there.
Brown didn't even get a target this week. Let's check.
I don't think so. Targets were hard to come. Target. Oh no. What's that look for?
Eric All, 2 catches. Nico Raiagani, 2 catches. Caleb Johnson had a grab out of the backfield, and Johnny.
Try and say that name.
Oh gosh. Pascuzzi.
That's our guy.
Had a grab for a yard. You know.
Is he tight end 4? He has to be, right? Yeah, he's a tight end.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny Pascuzzi. Sorry for butchering that last name.
I don't
Good
know
chance.
I don't know what you expect.
Yeah, at this point, what do you expect? Let me check real quick. There's some. Oh yeah. The bad news was that unfortunately, Eric All will be out for the rest of the season, torn ACL. Unfortunately, our two Michigan guys came over and their anterior cruciate ligaments said, "See ya."
No thanks. They said no thanks. Is Eric can he come back next year or no?
Yeah.
He can.
He's got years of. I think him and Kate are on the same status.
Gotcha.
But it sucks for him though because he was definitely going to get drafted after this year.
Yeah.
Probably at a fairly good pick too. At least I would think. He doesn't get enough credit for being as good of a blocker as he is.
Seriously.
He's actually he's a solid blocker, and they throw him at fullback. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, they did that against Utah State. Had him out of the backfield.
They did have him in the backfield. That was how he scored his first touchdown.
But good news is we get him for 12 more games next year. Woo!
Ideally, yeah.
Hopefully
we'll crack 130 in offense. But we'll see. Okay, some post-game thoughts from people that I wanted to go ahead and bring up as well. And I want to get your reaction on this. No, what are you goshing?
Probably about how Deacon Hill had 7.
No. Some of these are like ridiculous just
contenders?
No. No. But some of them are ridiculous. Okay. Anyways. This comes from David Eichholt, big Hawkeye reporter.
Shout out to David.
Shout out to David. Love to have you on. He goes, let's recap. Oh, wait. Hold on. Before that. Burn one. Torrey Taylor, 10 punts. Heads over the 500 mark. 506. Average 50.6 yards a punt. Anyways, let me...
You know what they say?
We've been saying it all year.
Punting is winning.
Punting is winning. Hawks are living proof of that. Anyways, let's recap. Iowa punted the ball 10 times. Iowa had as many 3-and-outs as they did first downs. That number was 9. Completed 6 of 14 passes, totaling 34 yards. What is that? That little giggle.
I'm just thinking.
Had 68 yards in the second half. Were double-digit underdogs. Won by 9. Any reaction?
That's Hawkeye football, baby.
That's Hawkeye football.
That's Hawkeye football, baby.
Yeah. Give me a yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch, yeah.
Come on, bitch, yeah. The Hawks are going 11-1, going to the playoff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This comes from Ray J. Ortega.
That's a tough name.
Can I tell you one thing? He's 3 out of 4. For you, potentially 4 out of 4. Hawks, Cubs, Bulls, Blackhawks. We're Bulls fans, right? By association.
I am.
Okay, we're Bulls fans.
And I'm going to say something very controversial. Jordan's a GOAT. He 100% is.
How is that controversial, Dev?
I don't know, but I got a lot of people that are going to probably go in the comments and say LeBron is the GOAT.
Yeah, all 2 of them?
Yeah.
2 people are going to absolutely come light you up. Anyways, Ray Ortega says, Iowa overcame losing Eric All in the first quarter. Torn ACL. Won't be back for the rest of the season.
Boo!
Boo. What are you booing? Why am I booing?
Because that sucks.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah. Anyways, they got outgained again. Didn't get a holding call until the fourth quarter, which I didn't know.
That's Iowa football.
That's Iowa football. What? Is that
What?
Iowa football? What do you
Not
mean?
holding people? Not
No.
getting penalties?
No, I think they're saying Wisconsin didn't get a holding penalty until the fourth quarter. I don't know how many penalties the Hawks had, but they're clean every game, it feels like. I love it. Anyways,
squeaky clean. Get on.
what are you doing?
What are you talking?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. You're making noises and it's throwing me off. Okay. They had all those 3-and-outs. 9. 9 3-and-outs. That's not getting talked about enough. They went 3-and-out 9 times. But that's neither here nor there. Not a single. I don't think this is true. I think they had one. Not a single completion in the second half. I thought there was one. And still won by 9. It defies logic. Still won by 9 at Camp Randall, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on. This is a direct quote from Iowa linebacker Jay Higgins, Dev. Jay Higgins said, "We don't care what it looks like. As long as we have the win at the end of the day, that's what matters to us. I like those low-scoring games defensively. It puts pressure on the defense, and that's what we're built for. We want the game in our hands. If you ask anybody defensively, we feel most confident when it's up to us."
That's false. I have a completed pass here in the third quarter to Johnny Pascuzzi for 1 yard. What'd you say?
Did Seriously?
I was locked, bro. Say it again.
Okay. For those of you that heard it the first time, sorry, but you're going to have to hear it again. Iowa linebacker Jay Higgins on the 15-6 win versus Wisconsin.
I did hear that. Okay.
I hate you. Let's move on.
AI Brian Ferry.
We will get there eventually. This one comes from Go Iowa Awesome on Twitter. Iowa won a football game by 2 scores in which they had under 40 yards passing and 500 yards punting.
Seriously, we had 500 yards punting. 500.
It's Hawkeye football. Okay. Lastly, before we get to the AI Brian Ferentz, which I know everybody loves, Luke Lachey is still second on the team in catches and receiving yards.
It was our first. ACL.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Eric. Just think about that for a second.
That's crazy. How? I don't understand how, but
Well, he's a dog. But, I mean, it also means that we don't throw the ball worth a shit.
I bend on that.
Let's call a spade a spade. The Hawks can't throw the ball. Like, we know this.
Dude, I'm taking a look at some of these drives that the Hawks had in the second half. Here's one. 5 plays. LaShawn Williams run for 8 yards. LaShawn Williams run for 5 yards. Caleb Johnson for 2 yards. Caleb Johnson lost 3 yards. LaShawn Williams run for 1 yard. And Torrey Taylor punts it 40 yards at the Wisconsin 13. We ran 5.
Clock management, field position 1, as far as I'm concerned.
Here's another one. LaShawn Williams run for 4 yards. LaShawn Williams run for 1 yard. LaShawn Williams runs for 2 yards. Torrey Taylor punt for 43 yards.
It's Hawkeye football. We should do that every drive. We might win every game. We might win out. Anyways.
We just pin them deep and make plays.
Did you see the graphic that popped up sometime in the third quarter, I think? But it goes, Iowa on the last 6 drives, 3 total yards.
What?
Yeah. I think I might have screenshotted it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. 3 yards on last 6 drives. It really happened.
Unbelievable.
You can't see it, but it says
That's
it.
unbelievable.
That's crazy. But, yeah. So let me go ahead and give you the old AI Brian Ferentz. This is Brian Ferentz giving his thoughts about the crossover at Kinnick. Oh, we need to talk about that. Anyways. Hold on.
However, I would like to point out that in our last two acknowledge how special the crossover at Kinnick was, and Caitlin Clark with the first triple-double in Kinnick, just fantastic. However, I would like to point out that in our last 2 games combined, we did, in fact, outscore her. I just wanted to acknowledge how...
I love the internet. It's so great.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Caitlin Clark in 50-degree weather. 50.
They had heaters.
Still outside. You got wind and everything. She dropped 34 with a triple-double.
She did have triple-double.
She's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, she's something else. What more is there to say? She's a dog.
She is a dog. She's. If you talk about Caitlin Clark, she's a dog.
Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Say you see how tall is Caitlin Clark? 6 foot? Say you
saw her at in Iowa City last couple weekends or a couple weeks ago. She was taller than me.
Okay. Picture this. She's broken up with Connor McCaffrey. And this isn't true, by the way. This is hypothetical. I don't know. Anyways. Caitlin Clark breaks up with Connor McCaffrey. She's in the corner of the room by herself. Just not looking like she's having a good time. Are you going to cheer her up? If so, what are you saying?
I would just be like, why you bummed out? You literally had, 42 against South Carolina, and you brought us to the national championship game. Lighten up. I don't know. What would I say?
Brought us to the national championship game. Lighten up. That's what you would say.
What would you say? I don't know.
I don't know. It's a hypothetical question. I just want to know what you thought. If
you know what we should do?
What?
For Iowa City Hall weekend, we should dress up as Caitlin Clark. We should.
How are we? I tell you what. Wait. You can be Caitlin. I'll be somebody else. I'll be
Kate Martin.
I'll be Katie Martin.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's a stupid idea. You going, that's a good idea, and me going, that's a stupid idea at the same exact time. I've got some ideas for Hall weekend. I'm not gonna say on the air because I want it to be a surprise if it comes through. But we'll see what happens. Yeah. Triple-double, Kinnick, browse to the national championship, lighten up. All right. Let's move on.
There it is. You heard it here
first. That's our thoughts on the crossover at Kinnick. Record-breaking performance. Also, can we stop the whole comparison between crossover at Kinnick and the Nebraska volleyball game? It just needs to stop. It's 2 totally different sports in 2 totally different stadiums on 2 totally different days.
Yeah.
Wasn't theirs on like a Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Hawks were on a Sunday.
Or Thursday.
Something like that. I know it wasn't a Sunday. That, and I know it also wasn't 50 degrees outside.
True.
If you're going to a basketball game and you're wearing stocking caps, hoodies, and sweatpants, it's not a basketball game at that point.
Yeah.
It's a late October football game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to drop another one there.
Hawks win.
Hawks win.
Get on to next week.
Enough said.
And have you seen? I hope you've seen. I'm pretty sure you've seen next weekend against the Gophers. What we're wearing.
I haven't seen them, but I know about them.
I haven't seen them either, but look at what are we, Oregon? We're the Oregon Ducks.
What the hell are we? We a new Nike deal or something?
I don't know, but we're the Oregon Ducks. We're going black pants, gold jerseys.
I think it's gonna look tight. Whoa. We were told earlier in the season that this is going to happen. And you remember that? An inside source told us. Shout out Wells. Actually, nobody's gonna get mad at this point. It's a known thing.
Yeah. Shout out Wells.
Wells, we'd love to have you on. Want to be a guest caller? We'd love to pick your brain about the Hawkeyes.
I think those are gonna look nasty. Nasty.
Should I call somebody? Guest caller?
Who?
Brady said he wanted to be guest caller. Should I call him?
Brad.
All right.
But yeah.
Go ahead, take it over.
Those yellow jerseys I think will look super clean. Super clean. And the last time we had alternate jerseys against Minnesota, we beat them in 2015.
Usually works out well.
Yeah, except for Penn State that 1 year.
And this year.
And this year. We got beat 31-0. But that's besides the point. But yeah, Hawks win 15-6. It's big time. Absolutely big time as we take a commanding lead in the Big Ten West. Setting ourselves up for that Big Ten slaughter we're going to put on Michigan. And we got a no answer from Brad. That can't happen. But on the next week, we got the Gophers of Minnesota. Hawks got a 73.1% chance to win. And then the Hawks are favored 3.5. And the over-under is 30.5.
Did you say it's at 3.5?
3.5.
I thought it was at 5.5.
3.5. Hammer Hawks over. And hammer the... I think we were getting the over. It's 30.5.
Yeah.
I'm hammering the over.
If there's a game where it's going to go over, it's always the Hawkeyes and the Gophers, seems like.
Yeah.
I feel like there's...
Or we're going to 30 points ourselves.
Actually, the last Iowa-Minnesota game I was at, the final score, I think, was 10-3 or 10-7 or something.
An absolute barn
Something
burner.
pathetic like that. Not cool. Not cool.
But yeah, Minnesota's 3-3 in the year. They're 1-2 in the conference. Got worked by Michigan, 52-10. Lost to the Wildcats of Northwestern. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy to me. Will you pay attention to the podcast?
Sorry.
Yeah, they lost to Northwestern OT, 37-4, and Minnesota beat Nebraska. If that puts anything into your head, and then they lost to North Carolina, which that's fine. They're like the 10th ranked team in the country. But yeah, I am not worried one bit.
What?
I'm not worried one bit. Zero doubt. I think we're on top of the world. We're playoff contenders. And I think we're going to walk into Kinnick Stadium and just work the Gophers 24-7.
You say 24 to... Ooh, interesting.
Over hits by 0.5.
What?
It does. 31 points.
Oh.
30.5.
Okay. I was thinking -3.5. I was like, what the... It's not even close. Like, obviously. I touched on this earlier, but Hawks being in the driver's seat makes me nervous.
Last time we were in the driver's seat,
They got thrown around
by Purdue.
They still made it that year, but that's neither here nor there. But it was last year, chance to go to Indy, last game of the season, and got worked by Nebraska.
Just worked.
They had every reason to want to win that game. Worked. Bad. On their home field.
Well, Cooper DeJean goes down with an injury.
I mean, we can make that excuse if we want to, but there's 22 guys that play the game. You got 11 on offense and 11 on defense. One person should not dictate a blowout.
Yeah, true. But
And I'm just nervous because I just have a bad feeling one of these remaining the Hawks they have every reason to win out. They don't have a tough schedule. We've said that before. They've made it through the meat. They've made it through the shit. And I'm just praying to God they don't have their typical Hawkeye letdown against one of these turd sandwiches. And it's going to happen. I don't know when it is, but there's a chance that it's going to happen. Because they just lost their leading receiver.
Yeah.
But if they decide they want to go play every game like they played Wisconsin,
they
run the ball, play special teams, and just sit back, cover everything, keep everything in front, and win. I would not complain. We've been bitching and moaning about the offense all year.
Yeah.
But the way that they played last week is the only way that they if they try to the Hawks decided to be themselves against Wisconsin. They decided to be themselves, and they might have to be themselves for the rest of the season if they just want to just find a way to win. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be mistakes, obviously. One of these teams, or maybe all of them, are going to circle the game against the Hawks because they're now the leader in the West, and they'd love every chance to knock them off the top. Every chance. Mm-hmm. They would take advantage of it. And I can tell you right now, I got the Hawkeyes circling that last game on their schedule against the Huskers. They would love nothing more than to knock the Hawks out of the Big Ten West title.
I will throw a fit if that happens. Like a fit. I will be bummed out.
We're going to be in Tampa when that happens. What's the mood going to be like in that Airbnb?
It's not going to be pleasant.
You're just going to see a lot of guys in a funk.
Just hurting.
A lot of guys hurting in a funk.
I'm going to be hurting. That's gonna stink if that happens.
Well, let's stop talking about it because manifestation.
Yeah.
Don't ever want to manifest a loss, and I feel like that's what we're doing right now. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut that shit right now. Yeah. Open the gates to heaven. It's too bright. Yeah, I think the Hawks just need to. They
be themselves.
They just need to be themselves. It's what they've been doing majority of these games.
Keep everything in front. Just win up front. Don't get too crazy. No flea flickers. No nothing.
I'd like a flea flicker here and there.
Sounds like a turnover waiting to happen. Just run it. Just bread and butter. Just
bread and butter. Let's not turn the ball over. Let's play D, and let's get Torrey out on the field.
Yes. Just get him out there, punt him inside the 5, get a safety, get the O back out there, go 3 and out, punt it, do it all over again.
You know how the classic Greg Davis offense was run, run, pass, punt? Mm-hmm. I don't want that anymore. I want run, 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 punt. And then maybe a play action here and there. Maybe roll out, throw it away.
Third quarter, yeah. I want run, and then on 4th down, run a jet sweep with Nico Raigini and get stuff for 5 yards.
That's a turnover and downs.
Exactly.
No.
What?
What were you trying to say?
Did you see that when they ran Nico?
Oh, yeah. Dog shit.
The worst play call I've ever seen. What in the fuck was that?
It's dog shit.
That can't ever happen.
We don't need to do that. We don't need to.
I saw that. I go, what are we doing? I was genuinely mind blown.
Yeah, it seems like we have
going for it on 4th down when we got a field goal.
Yeah, I did not care for that at all.
It's like
livid. In a game like this against Wisconsin, you have to take your points.
And we just
know who we are. Let's take the points.
Seriously.
I was not a fan of that. Hey, we won the game.
We won.
Stop.
There's nothing to complain about. Torrey Taylor got 500 yards of punting.
School record. I don't know if that's true or not.
Has to be.
I made that up.
Here, let's look it up.
Hopefully it was, because shout out to Tory Taylor. Yeah, try find the NCAA record for punting yards in a game. Is that a thing?
Tory Taylor's already like the leading punter in Iowa history.
Yeah, he's a 6-year senior. So
Can't type.
you can do it.
Can't type.
You can do it. You're probably not even gonna get a solid answer either.
Nope. Sure as shit.
Not gonna do it.
At the bottom of the list, C.J. Beathard with 2 punts for 70 yards. Not bad.
Pooch punt?
Pooch punt.
Probably a pooch punt.
Nate Stanley.
Nate Stanley did have a punt. I do remember that. What?
Yeah.
206?
Yeah.
That's a lot of pooch punts.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't given my prediction yet.
Yeah, give me your prediction.
I have got the Hawkeyes winning this one 21-10. 21-10 Hawkeyes versus the Gophers. What do you think about that? You got 24-7. It's not terribly different.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to change that to 20 because we're going to kick 2 field goals instead of 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, 3 field goals. I don't think Minnesota's not good.
They're not really. So let's not.
Just let's know who we are. Let's not have a letdown, please. Please don't have a letdown.
Yeah.
What are we missing here? I feel like we flew through that.
Yeah. Look at this, though. There's a guy in an NFL game that punted for 709 yards. He punted the ball 16 times.
That's a boring game right
Jeez.
there. And at that point, you might as well just bring him out on first down.
It was 6-7.
Jesus Christ.
Wade Wilson. It's Deadpool's name.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
It's very irrelevant. Anyways, one thing I wanted to mention to you that I saw in one of like the Big Ten interview things, was Urban Meyer talking about the Hawkeyes. Actually, talked very well about the Hawkeyes. Well, specifically talking about the defense, which I mean you can't say anything bad about the defense.
You can't.
One thing he said in the interview that really intrigued me was that he had spoken to somebody or people, I guess, and that were involved in the Hawkeye program, not currently, that their defensive philosophy is that they would look at the alignment of the running back, tight ends, and tackles, and like formations, alignments, all that stuff. And pre-snap, they would have it narrowed down to 3 plays. Every man on the field had it narrowed down to 3 plays.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
Wow.
That's crazy to me. I don't know.
That's unreal.
That's crazy. We might have to fact check that. Let's get Jay Higgins on the phone and ask him.
Jay Higgins, we'd love to have you on.
Halloween. Just kidding.
I'm down.
Be sick though.
That'd be so cool. We'd get like a lot of guys in and out. Be like, you have something to say? And then get them out. That'd be great.
Just run him through the line.
Yeah.
You get 5 seconds of airtime. What do you got?
Actually, if you had to choose 5 players from the Iowa squad to have on the podcast, who would it be?
I can choose. Okay, any 5 players?
Any 5 players.
Okay. I want the Council Bluff native. I want Logan Jones.
Absolutely.
I'd love to have Jay Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to have. I'd like to have Eric Gall. I feel like he'd be an interesting guy to talk to.
Yeah.
He's had an interesting career.
Mm-hmm.
Can I exclude Cade McNamara because I feel like it'd be the obvious answer.
Yeah. That's fine.
Well, how many was that? 3?
Eric Gall, Logan Jones, Jay Higgins.
Okay. I will take. Gosh, this is so hard.
I know what 2 guys I'm going with after this.
Oh yeah, I'm having Sebastian Castro, and then I'm having Tory Taylor. I feel like as an Australian, he's got a lot of personality.
You're gonna skip out on Coop?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, that's no fucking. Like I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have Cooper DeJean on the podcast. Like I get my top 5 choices. That's why I want. I want my favorite Hawkeye of all time, Jay Higgins. I want Logan Jones just because I love him. And I feel like he'd be an interesting guy to talk to on a podcast, I think. Sure. Logan, when you're ready, I got an interview lined up for you. I got a list of questions that I'm going to ask you too. It's going to be terrific.
I would actually, we need to make that happen. That would make our podcast blow up.
Halloween.
Let's do it.
Well, you can't do it in public because then it'd feel guilty.
Well, I know that.
It's on the internet right now. We'll talk about it.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me your top 5.
My top 5. Okay, I go with excluding Cade. Okay. I'll go Logan Jones. I'll go Luke Lachey.
I was contemplating.
I would have Luke. And then I have Coop. I would have Jay Higgins on. And then it's hard. It's really hard. What about coaches? Can we have coaches?
No.
Okay. And then I'd probably go Sebastian Castro. That'd be the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I give you my honorable mention?
Who's your honorable mention?
Yeah.
We're talking about Yaya. You got a safety.
We got to talk about yeah. Not only did he get a safety, but he destroyed that quarterback.
Yeah,
That's 325 pounds of pure muscle coming at you.
Yeah.
Big yeah Black fans.
Yeah.
Anyways, hopefully we get Noah Shannon back before too long.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be really nice.
It'd be cool if that happened. That'd take the defense
They'd
to a
really be playoff contenders. Dude, it's gonna happen. We're playoff contenders.
in the 16-team playoff. Yeah, it might be contenders every year.
Seriously, like once that expands, we'll be playoff contenders almost every year. If
We can hope.
It's
tough
What
to
about
make top 16.
the new with Oregon, Washington coming in?
Yeah, it'll be tough.
It'll be really tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, what'd you think of that Oregon Washington game?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it.
I only saw the final score.
Washington did not deserve to win that game. Oregon sold.
I thought Oregon was the better team
They
going
are.
into the
They
game.
are. Oregon should have won that game by maybe little over one score.
I mean, they'll see each other again in the championship, right?
If Oregon doesn't lose to USC,
They won't.
yeah, USC.
I don't think they will.
They're not good. USC got blown out by Notre Dame.
Yeah, they got biatched.
They suck. They suck.
Biatched.
And Caleb Williams, you know how he's saying about, if the situation's not good, where I'm going. I'm just going to go to college another year.
Fuck off, Caleb. That's all I have to say. I don't like that fucking puke.
Dude, fuck him. Is he dumb? You're the number 1 overall pick. You think you're going to the freaking Niners? Dude's a dumbass.
Yeah,
If I saw Caleb Williams in public, I am stepping on his foot and punching him so hard in the face.
the little footstep.
I do not like Caleb Williams.
No, we do not like Caleb Williams.
And if he goes to the Bears, I might be switching sides.
Can I tell you something?
You
can be you wouldn't.
If
like
he's
that.
the quarterback, I might not be a Bears fan. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, you will. I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it! I thought I had something good. Give me a second. Maybe it'll come back. There it goes.
Well, see ya.
Floating away.
Oregon, Washington, Caleb Williams, the Bears. Is there anything about that?
Yeah. It was probably something about how, like you said, you're usually the team that's getting the number 1 overall pick goes 0-16.
Seriously.
So it's like, I don't know how you're going to get a much better situation from year to year.
The thing is, the Bears have the Panthers pick this year. So if the Panthers are the worst team, the Bears get the number 1 overall pick. Who's in the
Yeah, that's
trade?
right.
I hate Caleb Williams.
Don't like that guy.
I loved how he threw 3 picks in a row.
Yeah,
That was
I did
awesome
hear
to
about
see.
that. Caleb Williams, if you're listening, you're not welcome on Hawk Talk, you fucker.
You will never be welcome. If we got him on, we should secretly have him on and then just like
Dog the shit out of him.
Should be like, why'd you throw those 3 picks, huh? Go paint your
You
nails.
stink. Yeah, go paint your nails. Yeah, let's get Caleb Williams on so we can just shit on him for 45 minutes.
I hope we get him in a bowl game and work him.
Well, they're going to get him in Big Ten play. Oh, I guess he'd probably be gone. But, anyways, anything else you want to talk about?
I'm good.
I don't
This is
think-
normally the closer. You say you got anything else? I'm like, nope.
It's
Let's roll.
yeah. I don't count on you to prepare much coming into these. I just need you to bring the thunder.
Oh gosh, here it is.
No, I got a couple things now. Sorry. We'll go ahead and shout out the sponsor of the video, Bloomworks Floral. These ladies
Very
get
nice.
it. They get it. It's high quality. Get your flowers. Bloomworks. Use promo code HawkTalk. It's gonna get you 0% off, most likely. But
if you use punting is winning, hashtag punting is winning, you'll also get 0% off too. So I don't know.
use a promo code.
Use the promo code.
Promo code HawkTalk. Bloomworks 0% off. And then correction needed to be made from our guest caller last week. Jerry, my grandfather, said that I said, who's been your favorite player to watch this season? He said, Cooper DeJean. He said, I want to retract my answer.
Okay.
He wanted to switch it to the familiar face, Council Bluffs native Logan Jones.
He's been dominating up front, dude. He's been dominating.
Kid's playing well.
He is. He's doing well. It's good to see him do well, too.
Oh, we love that shit.
Love it.
God, I love that.
Those Council Bluffs natives, we're different.
We are different. Apparently, this is a rough place to live, too, according to all the ESPN analysts. Council Bluffs is a rough area.
It's just
Fuck you. You've never been to Council Bluffs. You don't know what it's like.
on that Max Duggan thing on game day, they made CB look like trash.
Absolutely dog
Trash.
Council Bluffs. Not that this is freaking Turks and Caicos by any means,
Shit.
but golly, this isn't fucking Detroit.
Yeah.
Chill out.
I think the slums, okay?
I mean, there's slums, don't get me wrong, but come on.
That bad.
It's not that bad.
Unless we are just a bunch of hard-nosed motherfuckers. Yeah.
Good chance. Okay. All right, I'm out of ideas. I've had some close parties and me complain that the episodes are too long anyways. Shut up, Mom.
Sorry. We like to ramble.
We do like to ramble. We like doing this because it's fun. Get your hip towels in. Hawks got Minnesota this week. Alternate jerseys, 2:30. Game is probably on Fox. I don't know for sure. Or maybe it's on Peacock. You want to give us a Tory Taylor to close it?
Tory Taylor! Yo!